Okay, so I realized this week when I uploaded my video about using my paint shaper with inks, black ink especially, and making really bold making marks, as I did in my Sedona Abstract video and then the video that I uploaded this week about my abstract houses. And then I realized I've never shown you how I do that. So this video is going to show you exactly how I do it. We're going to make a big inky mess and I think you're going to like it. So this is the concept. We're going to make some big, bold, black marks. And I've got this big piece that's covering my art table right now. It's been stamped on, it's been inked, it's been painted on, and I'm going to just throw some bold black marks down on it, and then I'm going to cut it up into abstract houses. We're going to do this again because I love doing it. Okay, I think I need to add more stamping to it because there's some spots that could use a little bit more interest. I mean, once I put the black ink down, it's going to change it so dramatically, but I gotta add more stamps. So I'm going to use these stamps here. I'm going to put some more leaves, and I'm going to use these colors for the leaves and these colors for the little medallions. So I think it's going to look much better. I think I'll start with this one. Golden Meadow. I'm not sure how much the lighter value will show up stamped on top of paint. So we'll just see. Love that so much. So I'm going to do it again. Several more. I think I'm going to try to add some, just a little bit up here. I do want to keep some of the lighter values because I want contrast, and that's what I'm referencing right here, but I still want to add a little bit of interest to it. So I'm just going to do a portion of the stamp. And that's one of the advantages of having the stamp not mounted with, oh, see, I love that. Having this stamp not mounted or having any adhesive on the back to use like I do this one, you know, where I put the adhesive on the back, and I've got a video for that. So I just sometimes like to add a little bit of interest here and there because I am going to cut these up into houses. I'm really enjoying this ink color. I love really green, gold colors. Okay, one more, a little bit more. I could really get carried away here, but I'm not gonna. I'm going to control myself. I'm feeling like right here should have a little bit. And maybe a little bit right here. That's really light, and that's okay. And I'm gonna try a little bit right here. Actually, I think I'm going to put some of that gold right here. I think it's going to be much prettier than I expect. So let's find out. It's tricky because the values are so close, but we'll see if there's any contrast that happens. It might just be interesting color, and it's a very interesting color. I love it. But I'm just going to leave that one there by itself. There's something about it that kind of lets it stand on its own. So now I'm going to move on to another color. So now I'm going to add some blue leaves, turquoisey leaves. So I thought I was going to do it over here with these blue leaves and to sort of complement this. But I don't think that's what I feel inclined to do right now. I'm feeling like adding them here. I don't know why. I'm going to trust my instincts. This is what I'm going to use. The Daler-Rowney black acrylic ink, my paint shaper. I will leave a link for these things below. These you can buy a packet for like $20 of like 5 different sizes, or you can buy them individually. They're just so much fun to use, and we're gonna change this drastically. So all you wanna do is shake your ink up, and I'm gonna try not to let myself be too freaked out about how this evolves, because it's just gonna be an expression, it's gonna be exploration. I'm gonna start by just putting some ink right on top here. There's a couple of different ways you can do it, so just start playing with it. And I'm literally going to turn it over and just, by the time I turn it over, I'm already moving it. This is even great when this happens. So I'm just gonna pick it up and just push. And you can see how the little bead of ink sits in front. And it just feeds down below. All right, so I'm just gonna rub some ink right along the tip here, and let's see what that does. So I'm gonna start over here in this pink. It kind of runs out quickly, and you get these real scratchy, rough marks, which is a totally wonderful texture. So and you can also distribute a lot of ink at one spot, which is really cool too. So I'm going to go back to putting it right on top. Actually, this is going to help me get over my fear of trying to figure out where to put this. It's not a fear, it's just too much analysis. Analysis paralysis. I was talking about in my last video how the lines were really harsh for these houses that I had done. And I'm wondering if it was because they were straight lines. So this should make it really interesting when I cut it into houses. Cut them into houses. And again, I'm going to do some more dots. I'm going to just drop some more because it loosens me up a little bit. It sort of makes the decision for me. So I'm putting some on both sides and I'm kind of pulling it down to the tip, and I'll see if that helps the flow a little bit. Maybe. I feel like the splatters of ink are the loosest way to try this, because you're just committed at that point. You don't have to give it any thought. It's telling you what it wants to do. So I'm gonna just keep trusting this process. I do like adding some straight lines in there too. I think it adds a little bit more structure. So now I'm going to take a gift card and I'm going to just put some ink here and dab it in here and just give it a few little interesting spots. I haven't exactly learned how to do this with a light touch. I'm sure there's a technique, I just got to keep working at it. All right, I'm going to finish up over here and then I'm going to cut it into houses. So I want to make sure that I have enough of the black distributed so that my houses have the same vibe, hopefully. Or not, they could all be completely different. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna clean up and I'm gonna pull this off of this pad and I'm gonna cut it up into houses. All right, it is all marked up with black ink and it just transformed it. Really happy about it. And as you've seen me use before, my viewfinder, which is just 2 pieces of cardstock cut into L shapes. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to find the house shapes. That one would look cool. And I'm going to try not to give it too much thought, but I really do still want it to speak to me. So there's that balance there. Okay, so I'm going to just jump in and start cutting, and it's just going to be whatever it is, and because I'm getting a little bit too concerned about it. So what I'm going to do is use some tape, some washi tape, hold it into place. There's actually 2 ways you can do this. You can just go around, find your spot. Do I like that? I don't know. Do I like that? I don't think I do. Okay, this I love. Gonna do this one because this is just too cool. And so what you can do is you can either do any kind of low tack tape. And I'm just gonna tape it in place, both of them together in the spot where it is. I don't even think it's perfectly square, and that's okay. You can cut it out from here with your blade, or you can go around and do pencil lines all around where you intend to cut. And I've done it both ways, but this time I'm gonna just go for it because I need to show you how simple it can be. And it's easier to see once you remove it from the big sheet, what is left. So when you put it against a white surface, that's gonna make a really cool looking house. So I'm gonna finish cutting up all of them. And you can tilt them too, angle them in different directions. That's kind of cool. See, look, see, there's a house. Is that a rooftop? Should I cut it into a rooftop? because I am going to cut rooftops as well. Maybe what I'll do is I'll cut the whole thing. This is the rooftop, and I'll just bring it straight down here, and it will be the house. Let's try that. Here's my roof. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the house with the roof. And this is where I'm going with this. So I'm lining it up to the bottom of the roof on this side and this side. So it's going to be a narrow house. I'm going to cut more than I think I need. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. Roof, sides of the house. Let's go. Okay, so here's my roof. Okay, I'm liking that. Kind of predictable, but that's okay. All right, this is speaking to me. And it could be a roof, actually. So you can kind of get an idea for what a roof would be, you know. So I think I'm going to save this for a roof. So as much as I really want to use this, I'm going to come back to it for a roof. So I'm going to cut some more house shapes, get some more squares, get some more rectangles. Since I know that this is going to the edge of the paper, I'm not going to cut this off right now. I'm just going to bring it all the way to the edge, because I might want to use that extra little bit in the construction of building my house. Building my houses. All right, this piece here. Do I want it to be a roof or do I want it to be a house? See, now I'm really starting to overthink it. So I'm just going to keep going quicker and not try to give it too much thought.